see. All right, we got 6. All right, listen, here's what I need. I just got one of these little microphones for the phone, and I need you to tell me whether or not you can hear me. So I'm looking for the comments. Say yeah. Somebody say yes, I can hear you, DML. Waiting for somebody. Say yes, we could hear you, DML. Can you hear me? Somebody say yes, we hear you. Come on, somebody say yes, we could hear you. Let them know you appreciate it. Okay, come on. Morning from Nebraska. Somebody say DML, we could hear you. I have a little microphone that I bought to try to cut down the wind. Nobody's still saying it to me. Come on. Okay, you're all there. That's great. Somebody say yes, DML, we could hear you. Please. Somebody say it. Maybe you don't hear it. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Jessica. What do you know? All right, give me a second so I can change my glove. Oh. All right, where are we? Hold on. Multitasking. Oh, my goodness. Ah, here we are. Okay. So I got this little microphone here, and I'm hoping that the microphone cuts down on the wind. So if it doesn't, if it still sounds windy, say, hey, DML, sounds windy. But I hear it. Okay, you hear me. Let me know if it's windy. If it's not windy, then I guess this thing is working well. And what do you know? Technology serves its purpose. All right, as always, you know, I'm sort of waiting for more people to jump on. Looks like we got an early start here, over 30,000 people. That's good. Kansas can heat you. Thank you, Gary. You could heat me? Because I need to be heated. It's cold. In fact, my zippers aren't working here. All right. Yes, we can hear you. As soon as the world, I will hear you. Not sure what that means, but good morning. Oh, struggling here with the gloves. Gloves were a gift. And so the hat. Maria, if you're watching, I found your hat you sent me. You guys keep on sending me gifts. It's Santa Claus Day every single day at my house at the post office. People at the post office look like, why do you keep on getting gifts? Because I got the greatest supporters in the world. That's why, Mr. and Mrs. Post Office. So anyhow, here's a gift from Maria. Okay, so let me tell you what I won't be doing today. I will not be jumping in the leaves and eating them. Somebody sent me an email last night and said, DML, hate to send this over to you, but the first thing that went through my mind was, had any dogs peed in those leaves? I was like, just the thought alone, it was in my mouth. Oh, although it tasted pretty good, so I don't think it did. I might have missed that. Maybe they missed with the aim, you know? All right. Unfortunately, you know, all right, we're getting into the windy part, so you guys tell me whether or not it's wind or not. All right, so what do we got here? Texas here. Hey, Texas. All right, I don't know. I think it's okay. All right, so a couple of things here before I dive into the juice. We got a lot of juice today. I may not be very funny today because I got a lot of disappointing things to report, and I'm not happy about them. It got me all upset. I'm upside down a little bit today. I'll try to be funny. Well, actually, I don't try to be funny. It either comes out or it doesn't come out. But I got a sense that I'm not going to be funny today. I'll be very serious today. Although I'm always serious. But it's going to be hard to laugh about what I'm talking about here. Anyhow, so let me just give you a couple of things you need to know. Very important stuff. Very important. Very important. Starting tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to do it with 2 hands. 2 phones. Because what we're going to do is we're going to start making the transfer over to YouTube, because the Facebook stuff is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The spinning, the I can't see you, Dennis, you're black, I can't hear you, all that stuff. We did a YouTube test yesterday morning. All right, you didn't miss anything. I was talking about stuff we already talked about on Friday. Did a YouTube test with the guys from Right Side Broadcasting. Perfect. The sound was a little off. That's why I got the microphone, because the wind was heavy. But it was perfect. Never cut out one time. No spinning, no nothing. So tomorrow, you'll come into Facebook Live like always, and we will be giving you the YouTube link where you could go. You're going to be able to comment, do all the things you do here, with the exception of there will be no aggravation. No aggravation, because yours truly will be with you full time, all the time, no interruptions, no cuts. You'll be able to hear the bells, you'll be able to hear the jokes, you'll be able to hear the news, you get all the information you need, cherish, and you got to share. Yep, I'm going to be expanding that audience, because the guys at Right Side Broadcasting, they got 250,000 people on their YouTube. So you take their 250,000, you take my 1.2 million on my Facebooks, we're going to start rocking and rolling. Now, another thing, just want to weigh in here before we start and letting the numbers build a little bit more. DML, did you come up with a name for the new media platform? Yes, I did. What is it, DML? I can't tell you. What? No, I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you why. Because right now, there is a absolute assault, an unfair, unsubstantiated assault on conservative journalism. They're putting names on lists, and then people who used to be reputable, even though they're liberal. I mean, Washington Post used to be a reputable paper. Not anymore, man. Not anymore. They're putting out lists of people, blaming them for fake this and fake that, crazy stuff. So you know what? I'm not going to allow them to stick our new name on a list before it's even launched. So I've put a lot of money, your money, my money, into the URLs, into incorporations, and start creating logos. Trust me, it's cool stuff. And when it's time to release, we'll release. But we're going to release it at the time we release everything. So this way, they can't play any games. Okay? All right, that's number one. Number two, let's get into business. We got almost 5,000 people, and it's time to get into it. Okay, first and foremost, Donald J. Trump, President-elect, goes on a Twitter storm this morning. A Twitter storm that gets the DML stamp of approval. Yep, the DML double stamp of approval, really, if you think about it. Why is that, DML? Because when he uses the Twitter as a weapon against liberals, when he uses it as a weapon against people who put out false information, not about him personally, but about what he's trying to do for the American people, I'm all for it. When he does it to hold accountable businesses, I'm all for it. When he comes with the silly stuff, I'm not for it. All right, I'll give you an example. What's silly, DML? Well, prior to the double stamp of approval, he did a whole thing about SNL. He did that last night again. And he can't do that. And we're going to be talking about that later in the program when we do the personal story segment. We're going to talk about the war that he is creating with Alec Baldwin, a meaningless loser. Yeah, DML, boy, you're starting to do a lot of name-calling stuff. Yeah, you know what? The nice guy routine is over, man. Gloves are coming off, although they're really staying on. I'm going after everybody. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. They're going to play dirty games. You know what? Nice guys finished last in this game. No more nice guy, man. You screw around with my president, screw around with my president-elect, guy I voted for, guy champions for forever, you start coming after him with false BS, I'm going to rip you, man. I'm going to own you. You understand? Little cocky DML coming out right now. There is nobody, including the President of the United States, who could go toe-to-toe with me. You can't do it in a debate. You ain't ever going to do it with facts or figures. Nobody is going to be able to go toe-to-toe with me. All right? If they try, I'll wreck them. Wreck them. And you know it. You know it. I'm a walking encyclopedia. Got a lot of passion. I know my stuff, man. You're going to sit there and you're going to try to bang on my president? Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. I will own you, and I will bring you down to your knees, and you'll beg for forgiveness. Please, DML, please, please. And I'll say, no, I gave you a chance, and you didn't do it. You're banging on my president. Banging on my president because he's trying to save American jobs? Who are you? What do you think you're doing? You Hollywood moron. Living in your gazillion-dollar house, and I'm all cool with that. Go out and you make a living, Mr. Baldwin, but we'll get to that. I'm getting revved up already. See, I told you I can't be funny today. I'm pissed off about a lot of stuff. As my father would say, it's better be pissed off than pissed on, but you know what? I'm starting to feel pissed on too. So here we go. All right? Donald J. Trump, President-elect. I've already explained this, and I got to do it again. Guy goes out, and he gets carrier to stay in America. Don't go to Mexico. All right? Well, Carrier's going to say, well, you got to do something for us, man, because all the presidents before you made it impossible. They made it impossible for me to stay here. You got NAFTA. You got this. You got high taxes. You got crazy payroll taxes. They make it impossible, all right? And it makes it better for me as a company because you know what? I do have American employees, and I'm going to keep the American employees. It's not like I'm getting rid of everybody, but I'll tell you what, I can't afford it anymore, man. You want me to put air conditioners out, but I can't afford it. And if I'm not making money, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to shut down, and then everybody's screwed. All right? So you know what? Guys like me, guys like Trump, who have been in business our whole freaking life, we understand that. We understand it. We get it. All right? So what happens? Trump says, all right, we got to do something, man. We got to do something to keep these people in there. So what does he do? He says, well, what's the pain? What's the pain on these guys? Pain is Taxes are too high. Regulations are too high, making it impossible for them to hire an American worker. What happens to my Indiana people when they're out of work? They go on the unemployment line. They start collecting. They start to get sucked into the vortex of being on the dole. We don't want that. Real, true Americans want to go out and feel great about themselves. They want to work. They want to work hard because nobody kicks ass more than the American worker. That's the way it works. That's the way it is. Nobody's ever going to tell me anything different. And if you try to, I'm going to wreck you. I'm going to wreck you verbally. I'm going to wreck you. That's the way it works. DML is not ever coming off this. No bend. No break. That's it. American workers first and foremost. Americans first. Try to break me on that one? Good luck. You better have machine guns. And even if you got machine guns, you better have a bomb. You better be blowing me up to smithereens, because other than that, I'm going to come back. Now, that said, business says, hey, wait a second, DML. Wait a second, President Trump. Wait a second, America. You got to keep me here, man. What are you going to do for me? You got to do something. This is a two-way street. So what President-elect has done is he sat down and he said, look, we're going to give you incentives to stay. But now what do you get? You get Bernie Sanders, the liberal media, and Sarah Palin. Now, you're going to come already, DML. I love Sarah Palin. I love Sarah Palin. Okay, you could love Sarah Palin all you want, but Sarah Palin ain't going to love you back. Okay? No, DML, you're not a fan of Sarah Palin? I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of people writing op-eds about stuff they don't know, about stuff that they just think is fashionably read, about stuff that they think is going to bring the spotlight on them and get themselves back into the mix when they're out of the mix, okay? Sarah Palin has no right at all to be questioning whether or not Donald Trump is creating good deals, bad deals, or whatever deals with Carrier, okay? The guy's not even in office yet. All he's done so far is saved American jobs. Have you seen the people who saved the jobs for? They're ecstatic. They can't believe how happy they are. They're like, thank God. Thought I was going to lose my house. I thought I was going to not be able to get my kids Christmas gifts. This is like the greatest gift in the world. I get to stay here. Oh my goodness. Thank God. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, Donald Trump. You know, what does she do? She goes out and she writes an op-ed for some website called Young Conservatives. It's got more ads on it than it does content. All right? And she sits there and she writes about how it is that this is what you call crony capitalism. No, you don't. This is what's called business. This is what's called business. You're going to sit there. Well, so DML, what's crony capitalism? Tell me, because I hear it, but I'm not sure what it is. Sure, I'll water it down for you. It's sort of like this. The concern is that Donald Trump is going to rub elbows with the people in the back rooms. And he's going to do deals for his buddies. Buddies are going to get certain tax breaks. Buddies are going to get certain stuff. And the other businesses who aren't in the back rooms with Donald Trump, the guys who maybe didn't donate the big bucks, the guys who maybe have more advantageous long-term deals for Donald Trump or something else like that, they're going to get a better deal than you or me as a business owner. You can't make that accusation now. You can't make that accusation now. We don't know entirely how the deal is completely structured. We're going to find out more about it as time comes. The guy hasn't even gotten in office yet. He's trying to work and get things done already. But he's setting a precedent. He's saying, hey, man, I'm going to have people stay in here in the country. I'm going to create incentives for all businesses to do business here. And if you don't do it here, and you go outside the realm of the United States of America, you can go global if you want. But let me tell you something. It's going to be a price to pay if you are going to lay off American workers in order to be able to do that. That's what he said on his Twitter today. What did he say? He's like, hey, listen, it's very simple. This isn't hard to understand. It's only hard to understand if you're not smart. Okay? Here's how it works. I am going to reduce taxes. I am going to reduce regulations on all businesses. Not my buddy businesses. Not my best friend businesses. On all businesses. That's what it's going to be like. And if you want to still turn around and take your business overseas, and in the process you're going to dump American workers, and you think that you're going to come back and sell those wares back in America, back in the United States of America, you think you're going to do that? You're going to do it for nothing? You're going to get a 35% tax. You're going to get a 35% tariff. You could call it whatever you want. Basically, you're not going overseas. You're not going across the border, making cheap stuff at the cost of American workers, coming back and selling it to the same people that you threw under the bus. You ain't going to do it. You know what I like? That's a guy who's fighting for the American worker. That's a guy who's fighting for American policies, American exceptionalism. It's a guy who's fighting for America. He's fighting for America. And you're going to have Bernie Sanders come out You can have Sarah Palin sound like Bernie Sanders. Well, that's crowning capitalism. No, it's not. You know what that is? That's deal making. That's a guy who knows how to make deals to incentivize people to stay, and then he's going to use that as an example, and he's going to build off that example. That's what you do. You got to start somewhere. Because if you don't start somewhere, you know what you get? I don't know if you saw this clip or not. I wish I had the ability to play clips while I was walking and talking, but I'll do my best Obama impression as I can. Going back on the stump, I don't know what it was, a month and a half ago, right? Obama's out there, champion for Hillary Clinton, who, what a clown. Anyway, so he's out there, and a black man stands up, and it's in Ohio. He says, you know, Donald Trump is saying about how it is that he's going to keep companies here in the United States, you know, and he's going to keep them here, and he's going to make them force them to say, hey, I'm going to address the American workers, because if I don't address the American workers, and I don't give them the jobs first, if I don't think Americans first, well, it's going to turn out to be that, you know, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to pay the price. So what happens, right? So, lady just went by and smiled. Obviously, she knows that I'm doing the Walk and Talk Live. Although our audience is a little small today, 5.7. Last week we had 8,000 people. Maybe people don't like meat and leaves. Tough luck if you don't like it. So anyway, it didn't taste good anyway. But I liked it. I'd do it again if I had to. So, go back. So, Obama is listening to this man ask the question. And Obama says, you know, some people are just going to try to sell you stuff. You know, this voodoo stuff. Really not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know, he's selling his old rhetoric that he's selling that he's going to keep American jobs. How do you do that? How is he going to do that? You can't do that. Yeah. That's why this country is in the pooper. Because of that attitude. Because of a community organizer. He had no idea, could not find his, you say it with me, ready? Could not find his buttocks with both hands. This is what we had. Donald Trump comes in and says, what are you talking about? Here's how you do it. You don't know how to do it, Obama, because you've never created a job in your life. You never created a job. What you've done is you create chaos. You create destruction. You create fundamental transformations of the greatest country on the earth. Who does that? Who gets up and says, we need to change this because it's too great? Thank you very little. Okay? So what does Trump do? Trump goes in there and says, this guy doesn't understand business. You know, and for that matter, neither does Sarah Palin. Okay? DML, don't spend the whole day here bashing on Sarah Palin. I like her. Listen, you could like her all you want. Okay? But this is a different type of atmosphere here. DML gives it to you straight. And DML always backs up what he says. So here you go. Okay? Sarah Palin may have been great for Alaska. And I don't know enough about Alaska to say whether or not she did this, she did that, or whatever. Obviously, they elected her. But I know a couple of things about Sarah Palin. First of all, she lost her election. And in my book, okay, second place is the first loser. Okay? He won the election. He won the election. He understood what American people needed. All right? She's busy selling her sound bites about lipstick and hockey sticks and all the other different sticks. Oh, our President-elect Donald Trump, is up there selling about how it is he's going to get jobs back. That's why he got elected, because he connected with the American people. All right, I'm all for the cutesy stuff. You know, I'll pull out a cutesy stuff once in a while. But you know what? Don't go 95% cutesy on me and then periodically insert a soundbite. Crony capitalism. It's not the case. All right, you're slamming the very guy who you got up there and endorsed. And you know why I think she endorsed him? Come on, DML, slow down a little bit. No, you need to hear the truth. All right? I get the emails from you. DML, just give it to me. If I agree with you, I agree with you. If I don't, no, just give it to me. Well, that's what I'm doing, giving it to you. All right? Sarah Palin, you know what? She's another one of those, I want the cameras on me. I want the cameras on me at all given times. All right? And I'll say whatever I got to say in order to be able to do it. And it's always with the cutesy, chewing the gum thing. Okay? I get it. Everybody's got their shtick. My shtick is wearing a different hat every day. All right? But with her, let me give you a little story. Going back, 2014, you're going to see it if you bought the movies. You bought the movies, you're going to wind up seeing a movie called We Ride DC. Your friend, DML, goes in, bunch of veterans being locked out of the sequester. Right? This is a story you're not going to hear anywhere but right here. So anyway, I go down the sequester. I'm filming it. You know, and I always do this stuff on my own dime. Nobody else's dime. On my own dime. I go down there. I'm filming it. And let me tell you, for me to go back and forth to DC, thousands of dollars. All right? And I do okay. But I ain't living here in Richville. So anyhow, I go down there and I help this guy who's setting up this whole Million Veteran March. And he's doing it all by himself. I'm like, hey man, I'll help you out, all this stuff. And he asked me to be a speaker. So not only am I filming the stuff, but I'm getting on the microphone speaking to these guys. So anyhow, it's not a very nice day. And there's old men, young men, guys with no legs, guys with no arms, guys with PTSD. You could just see, you know, you could just see they're hurting, you know, they're hurting. I love these guys, man. Trump talks about how he protects the veterans. I don't want to get into competition with Trump, but I tell you something. I am, you know, my dad is a veteran, suffers from PTSD, alcoholism, drugs, you name it, man. I can give you stories that he's given me, and I will share those stories with you, some of them anyway. Some of them will always remain personal because he'd prefer it that way. But anyway, you know, you screw with a veteran, I'm going to rip you physically to shreds. That's how it's going to work. DML, don't threaten people. I'll tell you right now. You screw with a veteran, I'm going to screw with you bad. So anyhow, comes back down. We're sitting there, and it's time to give speeches, you know. And Sarah Palin negotiated herself with the guys starting the whole thing that she was to give the first speech. You know, she wanted the attention. So that was it. I said to him, what, are you seriously? He says, yeah, man. He's like, nobody could start yet. I said, it's raining. We got to start this thing. Where is she? He's like, she's late. I said, well, what do you mean? He's like, my deal was that she would show up. She would show up for as long as she got to speak first. Because in that sort of environment, you know, the first person speaking is sort of like, you know, the headliner. And I'm like, I'm not saying the guy's name. I'm like, are you kidding me? These people stand here in the rain, these veterans, they're standing here for rain. We're going to make them wait. We're going to make them wait because we're waiting on her. No, ain't the deal. So I said, these guys want some. So I got up and I grabbed the microphone and I opened the ceremonies. And you'll see my speech that I opened up. 10 times better than hers. You want to know why? Because I never said DML once. I talked about them. I talked about them. I said, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to be on Megyn Kelly and I'm going to tell them about this story. And you know what? Millions of people need to know your name, your rank, and where you served. Do it on 3. And I made it about them. Nah, these other people, they don't make it about themselves. That's why. So you know what? You ask me about the crony capitalism op-ed she wrote? That wasn't about Trump. It wasn't about Carrier. It was about getting the spotlight back on her. I got no room for that. I don't care if you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, Red Party, Blue Party, any party. It's not about that, man. When you come to veterans and you come about American workers, it's about them. They are the backbone of this country. We don't have a country without veterans. We don't have a country without the American workers. It's that simple. It's not negotiable. I'm not going to change my mind ever about it. Ever about it. Why, DML? Why are you so passionate about that? I'll tell you why. Because I already told you, my father's a veteran. And I get veterans sending me donations, veterans sending me letters, veterans sending me emails, you know? And I'm going to talk in a couple of minutes here about veterans committing suicide. Breaks me up inside, okay? Breaks me up inside. We give parades for Beyonce. We give parades for NFL football players who frickin' kneel during the Pledge of Allegiance. They gotta kneel! We'll give them parades. We're gonna give them millions of dollars and we can't serve veterans? I want to rip somebody apart. That's wrong. American workers, I've had 1,000 workers for me. You know, I've had 1,000 workers, people coming in, scraping as hard as they can. To work hard, you know, to try to make a living, try to have kids, try to have a dog, try to feed people, try to get a car that works. Their battery dies. They don't know what to do with DML. Boss, can I borrow a couple of bucks? My battery died. I can't get to work. Your battery died? Of course I'll lend you a couple of bucks. You know, American workers, man. You know, we incentivize people not to work anymore. Donald Trump is trying to make it so we incentivize to get jobs back here, and he's going to be told that he's crony capitalism? You know, what happened, man? It's supposed to be on the same team. It's like undermining your quarterback because he didn't throw the ball to you, and somebody else scored the touchdown. So instead of turning around saying, great job, thank you, God. Thank you, God. I know you hear me, man. I know you hear me loud and clear. I know you agree with everything I'm saying. And I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity on this beautiful Sunday to walk and talk with these people who take their time on their Sunday to come and listen to me. Thank you very much. Thank you for all my opportunities, my beautiful wife, my 4 beautiful children, and my dog continues to pee on the rug. Gotta fix that. All right, back to our regular scheduled program. So, anyhow, let me tell you this. When I talk about killing the American worker, killing the incentive to go out and make a living, and this is my last part here about politics. Obama. How many days we got left? Because let me tell you, those bells, they're going to go off all day long when he's gone. Yeah, haven't I right? That's right. Let me tell you what this guy's doing. You know, in the quiet little back rooms nobody knows about. You don't know about this stuff until you come to DML. Here you go. Obama's cracking down on businesses. Cracking down. Cracking. Why, DML? What's he doing? Well, here's the deal. If you're a business owner and you don't want somebody speaking another language inside your business, you're going to get sued. He's coming after you, Obama. He's cracking down. So far, in the last year, $550 million worth of lawsuits against businesses who say, hey man, listen, I got to hire people who speak English. Can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? Can't do that. If somebody speaks Spanish and they want the job and you don't hire them, you get sued. And he brings out this section 7 of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Man, come on. You kidding me? You kidding me? Yeah. Furthermore, $2.5 million lawsuit so far because a couple of companies did background checks. The audacity to do background checks on a couple of people that they were considering hiring, and these were black people that they did it on. So the blacks sued. Yeah, of course, you know, they're encouraged by, of course, the ACLU and everybody else who's out there trying to make money or going after employers because the guy wants to make sure that the person he's hiring isn't a crook, isn't a thief, isn't violent, isn't going to put his business and his employees and his customers at risk. The audacity he has, or she has, to do a background check on somebody. Yeah, can you believe this crap I'm telling you today? DML, you're not making this stuff up, right? Really? Seriously? Come on. This is where we are. This is where we are. That's why I get all uptight, man. I get all uptight when because I know. You know what I know? Let me tell you what I know. I know what these other people, these big mouths, these people get catered to, right? You know, let's look back at Sarah Palin, all right? And then I'm going to get off Sarah Palin's case. Let me tell you, Sarah Palin, you know, after she was done with her whole I'm going to run for president routine, and after sort of, you know, the Fox News thing didn't work out for her and all that other different stuff, she decided she was going to try to create her own network. She was going to charge you money to do it, right? So she's going to charge you every month to go in and listen to, I don't know, Palin TV. And I actually knew somebody who was a producer who went to go work there, came back and told me, he's like, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Clueless. Yeah, that thing folded, right? Folded like a cheap napkin. Yeah, just folded. She's going to tell me about crony capitalism. She's going to tell me about what it takes to build a business. She's going to talk about what you have to do to create jobs. You kidding me? You kidding me? Please, Sarah, seriously, you know, I liked the reality show a couple of times when I watched it. We all have a calling in life. You did yours. You did your public service. And now it's time to move on to go do something else. And I'll tell you what, if Donald J. Trump, president-elect, puts her in charge of the VA, I'm going to cringe. Cringe. Because now we're moving into the opinion piece because I turned the corner. All right? Let me tell you how annoyed I am today. Taking off the gloves. Because I'm not going to get these veterans' names wrong. No way. Though my memory serves me well, sometimes it makes mistakes. And I ain't making a mistake when it comes to this. Alright, so we put 2 stories up on DennisMichaelLynch.com today. Oh yeah. Look at this. Oh, I can't show it to you. Bertie 2016 on the back of that car that just went by. Yeah, Bertie. Freaking socialist. Told you where I live, man. It's rough. It's rough. I'm a man alone here sometimes. You know? Where's Carlson? Remember Carlson from the other day? Stopped and said hello. Where are you, Carlson? Could use some reinforcements here. Being surrounded by socialists and liberals. Oh my God. All right, so I got the cheat sheets out. I ain't losing them today because I got sweatpants on, not corduroys. All right, so where we go? I forget anything? No, I told you everything about the politics stuff. Hold on. Don't turn the channel. Don't turn the channel to one of the other guys. Yours truly, you know, doing the Facebook Live thing. You know, one of the pioneers. Oh, Dennis, don't get full of yourself. All right, but look, let's call it a spade, you know. Now everybody's trying to Facebook Live. Some guys are driving around their cars. Some guys are trying to cook in front of you. Everybody's trying to be interesting. Like, oh, that DML guy, man, he's got magic in a bottle. No, you know what? You can't change. You can't be DML. You got to be your own person, okay? Don't try to walk around. Don't try to drive and talk, walk and talk. Listen, this is original stuff here. Be your own person. All right? Anyway. But if you feel like you want to go watch them, go ahead. Let them scare you. All right. I just tell you the truth. Like it, don't like it, whatever. Okay. Suicide of a veteran. Just put this on my website today. Almost start crying. Really. No joke. You know? I know I always say to you, I was going to cry, I'm going to cry, I'm going to cry. It's not easy to make DML cry. This one almost made me cry. Man's name. John Tombs. In case I'm saying it wrong, Toombs. Pray for him. God. Pray for him. Okay, here's the deal with this guy. You ready? Goes to the VA in Tennessee. VA's a mess. Mess! It's all about money. Goes to the VA in Tennessee. He's got PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I know what it's all like. My father has that, you know? It just eats people up, man. Eats them up. You know? Eats them up. Take the best person in the world and just slam them down. You know? And a lot of people don't understand it. There's no cure for this, man. You know? Just got to treat them. Got to treat them like heroes. Got to listen to them. You know? You got to treat them. What happens? Goes into Tennessee VA. This guy served in Afghanistan. You know, got bombs all around him. Got to walk very quietly. Every single step, you got to watch that there isn't some device or somebody else looking to blow you up in a suicide car bomb. These psychos. So anyway, he goes in there, and they release him. They tell him, you know, get out. And he goes out there, and he doesn't want to get released. You know, and he says he got released for trivial reasons. To me, what that means is that he probably, you know, lost it for a little short period of time, and people at the VA was like, just get, you know, enough with this guy. Get him out. All right? His father gets wind of this, begs his son, please, son, come home. Let me take care of you. Because you want to know why? Because the family knows that this poor veteran is dealing with crap day in and day out. He's probably got things going through his brain, you know. Maybe there's a car, you know. It's stuff my father used to happen all the time. You know, when we were little kids, we weren't allowed to have cap guns. You know, if we had cap guns, or God forbid, we dropped something on the floor and it made a boom, my father would hit the deck, you know, thinking he was back in Nam. I mean, come on. And he, you know, come on. You know, you got a car backfires, you got this guy from Afghanistan, he's probably jittery and shaky. You gonna kick him out? You gonna kick him out? Why, so you can make room for an illegal alien? I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Can't do that to these guys, man. You can't do that to them. Can't do that to them. You don't understand what these people go through. I'm sorry. You know, I think of that poor dad. Sorry. I think of that poor dad making the panicky phone call to his son, you know, saying, please, you know, please Johnny, come home, we'll take care of you. You know, and so what does this man feel? He feels as he's got nowhere to go. He feels like he's got no tomorrow. He's got nothing he can do. So what does he do? He goes back to the VA, he finds an abandoned building, and he hangs himself. You know what I'm saying? And he only makes a video before that telling everybody he loves him. I mean, how do you do that, man? This guy, he went over to Afghanistan to save your life, to save your freedom, to save it so some punk piece of shit can burn a flag at some university. You know what I mean? This is what people, you know what? They're too busy watching Dancing with the Stars. Too busy, with the BS and the Black Lives Matter. This guy is calling out, screaming out for help, And what they do, they kick him to the road. Kick him to the road. It happens all the time. 22 veterans a day killing themselves. Nothing to see here. Just keep moving on. Okay, Obama, let's have a celebration for all the actors and actresses out there who give you time on their radio shows and TV shows and everywhere else. Forget about the veterans, you piece of crap. Can't wait till you're gone, man. Can't wait till you're gone. And I hope the rest of your life is fantastic. I hope you make $1 gazillion and you just go wherever you want to go. I hope you do it, man. I hope you do it, because let me tell you, one day when the bells ring for you, that guy's going to sit there and look at you and say, what the hell did you do? Yeah. My apologies. You know what he said? You know what he said? They threw me out like a stray dog. They threw me out like a stray dog. This piece of crap is going to sit there and defend people to be able to work in whatever language they want to work in a company, an American company with English-speaking owners. He's going to go to the mat for those people. He's going to go to the mat, for illegal aliens. Take money away. Remember I told you about this one the other day? Take money away from cancer research and AIDS research and Medicare so he could house illegal aliens. Where are we, man? Where are we? Then another guy. And another guy, man. 73 years old. I gotta assume this guy probably was Vietnam. 73 years old. What was his name? I want to make sure I get it right. Owen Peterson. Owen Peterson in Oklahoma. Goes to VA. He's got an infection. And they're treating him there at the VA and barely treating him. Son says, 21 days, man, 21 days. I'm begging him, please change my dad's bandages. Please help him out, help him out. Says, the nurses tried, but, all the bureaucracy and all the head honchos at the place, this piece of crap, Miles Deering, who runs the place, who just got himself a $15,000 raise for what? For what? Man, he's got an infection. Then it goes to something called sepsis, which I don't really know much about, so I'm not going to get deep into it. But regardless of the fact, it winds up being that they're not changing his bandages correctly, and maggots. Those little tiny pieces of white, you know what maggots are. I don't have to explain them to you. You guys have been around long enough. Maggots start cutting in this guy's wound, and he dies. But Miles gets on and says, well, listen, he didn't die from the maggots. There's the good news. Let me tell you. Miles was in front of me right now, man. That'd be a problem. So anyway, this veteran dies with maggots in his wounds. And this guy's got a $15,000 bonus. You see the problem in this? Huh? I do. And let me tell you something. You have my word on this, and I never, ever break my word. Donald J. Trump doesn't fix this stuff. I will. And let me say this. Go back to the Sarah Palin thing. Gonna make veterans wait in the rain? Not on my dime. Not when I'm there. Message to Mitt Romney. You fell off the cliff of good people. Yeah. And you fell into the abyss. And for whatever reason I'll never know or understand, Donald J. Trump lifted you out of that abyss. And I hope and I pray to the Almighty God that you do not get Secretary of State. And there's this little thing inside my head that says, don't worry, DML, he won't. You know what you should do, Mitt Romney? You want to say your act of attrition to the American people? You're not totally a bonehead. When it comes to fixing stuff, you're actually pretty good. That's how you made your millions. That's how you fixed the Olympics. So I'm not going to completely throw you under the bus. The leaves are still here. I'm going to show you the leaves every single day. Pick up your own leaves. Pay a veteran to come who's out of work to pick up your leaves. Put that in the word out. You know how many veterans would be here who don't have jobs? Living in frickin' tents? Yeah, pay them. Pay them the $5,000 instead of the illegal aliens to pick up your leaves and then having a town to do it. They're saying, Mitt Romney, pick up the phone and call up Donald Trump and say, you know what, I've thought about it. Secretary of State's not my spot. Put me in charge of fixing the VA. I'll turn it around in 6 months. Let me do it. Let me give something back. Because he could do it. He didn't do it. I could do it. I'd fix that thing. I wouldn't need 6 months. I wasn't going to tell you the story. I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you another story. Oh, I got so much stuff to tell you today. I'll fix it. We had a warehouse. Back in my own computer company, right? We had a big warehouse. And I had all these, we hired all these, I didn't want to. This is why I would never take money from big venture capitalists ever again. I took money in from big venture capitalists. Guys like Romney. Even bigger, right? Take it in. They want to hire all this top brass, big guys with big, huge resumes from HP and all this other different stuff. So I'm a young guy. I don't know any different. I'm like, yeah, all right. You know what? Maybe these guys will really help my business. They come in, they're useless. They're useless. They're like turds in a toilet bowl. And everything is going down the tubes in my business. But profitable business. Forever profitable. Right? So this guy who comes from HP, thinks he knows it all, is going to rearrange everything that I had in place. I'm like, wait, are you kidding me? Yeah, believe me, be more efficient. Yeah, okay, you know what happened? Couldn't ship a damn order for 3 weeks. So I kept on going back, because it's my baby, you know, it's my business. I built it in my mother's garage. I said, listen, mate, we need to get back to the way I had it. Do you understand? The way I had it is the way it works. You come from this big, huge HP ship, Hewlett-Packard, where you get to just sit in your frickin' ivory chair and watch everybody else work their ass off. I don't do that, okay? I'm the owner, I make payroll, and I get out there, and I know how my operation should matter. Now, you know what? I didn't want you for this spot. They wanted you for this spot. Get out of my way as I fix it. So they gave me all this tough time, you know? Called it venture capitalists on me. You know, now I start getting the calls. Dennis, you know, this guy, he knows what he's doing. You just got to give him some time. I'm like, time my ass. So I waited until 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock until they all went home. And 5 o'clock when they all go home, I never went home at 5 o'clock. Sure. You know, anybody who owns a business knows you don't go home at 5 o'clock. So I wait till they all go 5 o'clock. Now, my warehouse, I'm talking about, was the size of a Home Depot. By myself. With a forklift and my 2 bare hands. I rearranged that whole thing back to the way it was by myself. By the time it was 9 a.m., employees walked in and said, wait a second, am I in a dream? How did this get back to the way it was? Everybody was ecstatic. Orders were shipping back out. I had breakfast. I went right back to work. And Miss Mary, she was like, that's why I married you, man. That's why I married you. That's why I fixed that VA in a week. Week. And that's if I needed sleep. So that's my message to you, Mitt Romney. Get off your ass, your fancy little diamond pillows, and your fancy little hairdo, and get your sleeves, roll them up, and go fix the VA for veterans. Give back, and we'll forgive you, because we're very forgiving people. We forgive all the time. Now, we'll forgive you for the stupidity that you pushed out. But you got to do it the right way. Go fix the VA. Miles Deering. I'll give you Miles. All right. Next. Alec Baldwin. You know, I'm all for entertainment. You know? I mean, I have fun. I'll roll around the leaves. I'll eat the leaves. I'm making myself laugh. I'm making you laugh. You need laughter, you know? if I did this sort of broadcast every single day, you'd hang up after a while. I know I'd hang up. Why? Yeah, right, I'm giving you great information, but you know what? It's a Debbie Downer. I don't even like doing this on a Sunday, but I could not avoid it. When I read these things about the maggots and that man, I'm like, you know what? I had different things scheduled. I was like, there's no way, man. I got to honor these men. But if I did this every day, you'd change the channel. I know I would. Nobody wants to be depressed. But you got to face the problems. Can't ignore them. Got to head them face on. You know, not everything can be a joke. Not everything can be a laugh. Not everything can be hockey sticks and lipstick. Let me write an op-ed. Yeah, okay. How much you get paid? Did you get paid? No? So I'm all for that stuff. I'm all for laughing. You know that. But there's a time when it's not funny anymore. There's a time when the jokes start to become insults. There's a time when the ha-ha becomes ew. And that's what's happening with the Saturday Night Live stuff. And the wind's picking up. I hope the microphone blocks this. If it doesn't, it will go away in a couple seconds. So, you know, the whole, all right, we're going to make fun of Hillary, we're going to make fun of Donald Trump before the elections because that's what we do. All right, I was for it. Some of it was actually funny. But now we've elected a president. And if we don't get behind this guy, we're going to get nowhere. If you don't like him, still, you know, my mother-in-law, love you, Deb. My mother-in-law typically votes liberal. Just found out, Mary told me, she voted for Trump. You want to know why? Because she's like, I can't vote for her. I can't vote for Hillary. And she said, although I don't like Trump and some of the things he's done over the course of time, I'm gonna vote for him. I'm gonna support him. Yeah. That's why my family rocks. We gotta support this guy. You know? What are they doing? Alec Baldwin's getting on Saturday Night Live and putting out false jokes that Trump is retweeting things that have racist tone to it, or retweeting stuff that, you know, is derogatory. And they got Steve Bannon coming in, you know, dressed up. They got a guy coming in pretending he's Steve Bannon, and he's all dressed up in a skeleton mask, like a you know, the Grim Reaper. You could see it on DennisMichaelLynch.com. You should see it. Don't say, I'm not going to watch it, I'm not going to give it. No, you should see it. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore the ugly. Look the ugly straight in the face and watch it. Let it rip into you. Alec Baldwin. I got a story about everybody. I have my little Alec Baldwin story. Yeah. These people run into me once. They never come back. So Alec Baldwin is sitting there with our president-elect making fun of him Saturday Night Live. And Trump's like, hey, he goes to Twitter. You know, it's not funny. It's not funny. I don't think it's funny. I don't think Trump should be doing that, because what he's doing is fueling somebody like Baldwin, who loves attention. Loves it. Can't get enough. I'm going to move away. I'm going to move out if George W. Bush wins again. Yeah, he's still here. Freaking lying little weasel. Yeah. So Trump tweets out to him, and he tweets back, I'll stop doing impersonations when you release your tax returns. This from a piece of crap who calls his own daughter on the phone and calls her a fat pig so the world can hear. You got some set of balls, pal. Got some set. Who do you think you are? I'll tell you who he thinks he is. You ready? Remember this movie? God, I am God. Yeah, remember that? Malice, or absence of malice. No, that was a different one. Malice. Yeah, he pretended he was a doctor. You want to talk about God? I am God. No, you're not. You're God spelled backwards. Dog! Gonna rip my president. Alec Baldwin be the first one, right? Alec Baldwin go over to make a movie, let's say in the Middle East. Yeah, all right, I'll do it. You know, and they kidnap him. He'd be, please, Donald, please help me. Please help me. Please help me. Like big tough guy. Yeah, tough guy. I'll tell you how tough he is. You ready? I'll tell you how tough he is. Chicken Little. So I go and I make this movie years ago. I told you about it already. Called King of the Hamptons. First movie I make. And, back then, I'm trying to break in. Back then, I wasn't into politics. To me, Alec Baldwin was an actor, not a liberal. Back then, Billy Joel was a piano player, not a liberal. Christy Brinkley was the hottest chick ever put on the face of the earth, not a liberal. Now that I'm in politics, they're all liberals who know how to play the piano and look really good on magazine covers. I won't even address Baldwin. So anyhow, everybody treats me golden. Really, I'm well open there. Christy Brinkley, come on over to my house. I interview her in the backyard. Nicest woman in the world. Politically upside down, but the nicest woman in the world. Billy Joel, right? Oh, Dennis, you grew up from down the block from my house, which I did. It's another story for another day. Come on over to my house. People never even met me before. Come on over to my house. I interview him at his house. Ed Burns, coolest guy in the world. He's a liberal, Hey, man, how you doing, man? Good. How are you? I meet him party. I'm like, look, I'm making a movie. About the whole thing out here in Long Island. Can I interview you? Yeah, come to my house. Go to Ed Burns' house. Yeah. Alec Baldwin. Guy reaches out on my behalf. Says, yeah, okay. I'll meet him. Let's meet in the park. All right. I didn't need the invite to the house. Let's meet in the park. All right. Meet in the park. Do the whole thing. I bring him a gift. Beautiful hand-rolled cigars, because I read that he likes cigars, right? Give him the gift. He makes fun of the gift. Because they weren't Cuban cigars. He makes fun of the gift. He says, oh, hand-rolled from Massapequa. I was like, really? You ass? I just brought you a gift. Cigars cost me $200. I didn't bring Billy Joel a gift. I didn't bring Christy Brinkley a gift. I brought you a gift. And you're going to joke about it? Barely say... Painful for him to say thank you. You prick. That was strike one. So we do the interview, and he makes a fool of himself. He says things that are completely inaccurate. So my buddy, who was also part of the movie, turns around and says, Dennis, can you do me a favor? Can you leave that part out of the film? I'm like, why? He says, because, going to make Alec look stupid. So I was like, really? He says, yeah. I said, okay, fine. So what did I do? And I'm going to put this clip up later. I'm going to put it up later on my website. I swear to you, I don't care how busy I am. I'm putting this up. I'm telling you right now. What time is it? I can't see the time. 8 o'clock tonight. 8 o'clock tonight. You go to DennisMichaelLynch.com. 8 o'clock Eastern. You will see how I just annihilated him. So anyway, during the interview, Alec Baldwin starts having a sneezing attack. And the dirtbag wipes off, won't take the hanky, rejects the hanky, and starts wiping his nose. Like a dirtbag. Total dirtbag. Hanky? No, I'm okay. Achoo! 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 Sneezing all over the place. Sneezing on the cigars. So you know what I did? The interview with Alec Baldwin in my film? It's him sneezing. Go ahead. Where's all the laughs? All the likes? Yeah, that's why we love you, DML. That's why I love you. Screw me like that. You know? Don't be impolite to people. It gets worse. So now, we go, and it's time for the film, you know? It's time for film. And so my film opens up the Hamptons International Film Festival. And it also plays a second time. My film sold out faster than any other film in the festival. Any other film in the festival sold out faster. And we're talking about, remember the King's Speech won the Oscar that year? I sold out faster than them. King's Speech, King of the Hamptons, no relation. Packed. Christy Brinkley sitting next to me with my family during the whole thing. Alec Baldwin won't come to the showing. No, won't come to the showing. But you know what he does instead? Because we invited him. Instead, he stands out in front of the line and is telling everybody as they go in that he's not going in to see my movie. Scum. Now, a day before that, I had met him. There was a party. You know, they have all these big parties. I'm not into the whole party thing, man. Now, a couple of you people have sent me emails. Oh, I'd love to have DML at dinner party, whatever. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I mean, I'd hang out, I'd be cool, whatever. I'm pretty quiet. I don't say much. Those days for me are over. Yeah, I'll probably make a couple of jokes, but I'm not going to take the fork and stick it in my nose or something like that. I'm just going to sit there and hang out. So anyway, we go to this party. I'm not a big party guy. All these liberals, they're all running around. They're all painting themselves naked and shit. Sorry. And so, it's a Sunday. Sorry, God, man. I'm telling you, I'm having a rough day. Totally thrown off by the VA. So, anyhow, we're at this party, and I go up to him. I'm like, hey, man, word is on the street you got a problem with me. So he's like, no, I got no problem with you. I said, sure you don't got a problem with me? You got a problem with me. Say it to my face. He's like, no, I got no problem with you. No, I wasn't looking to start a fight. Just give him an opportunity to get it off his chest. Right? So this photographer's there. Like, hey, Dennis, Alec, can we get you to take a picture together? So we take a picture. I'm cool. I smile. He has a smile. He's like this. Okay. So now he embarrasses me a second time. Right? Actually, if you think about it, third time. Sneezing on my cigars. 2, making a frown face when he's asked to take a picture with me. And 3, standing outside my film, not going in, and telling people why he's not going in. Why did he not go in, DML? I don't know, must not like the fact that I put the sneezing in. So anyhow, time goes by. I forget all about Alec Baldwin. And I hear he's saying shit. Ah, Dennis, twice. Sorry. I hear he's saying stuff. So I'm at my gym, working out. And down he comes. Could barely walk, the guy. Alright? Comes. And he gets on the whole machine. It's like 3 down from me. And this is the best. He's always forever knocking conservatives, Republicans, and Fox News. And as he's sitting there on his chair, on the elliptical bicycle, whatever the hell it is, I'm jogging, I'm running. He's sitting on there on his bicycle. What's he watching? Fox News. Fox News. Yeah. So anyway, I remember it like yesterday. Fox News. So I go, I blow this turkey off. I go in the locker room, get myself changed, whatever, go back out. He gets himself out, and would you know it, we're like this, face to face. So I'm like, so I'm going to give you one more chance. What's your problem? He says, you changed the tone of the movie. I said, change the tone of the movie? What are you talking about? He's like, I got people calling me all the time to do movies. He's like, and I decided to do yours. I didn't get paid for it. I did it as a favor to Dan. This was the other guy. He said, I did it as a favor to Dan. And, you changed what it is that I believe the movie was about. I said, no, I didn't. I said, Dan has publicly said it's the best movie he ever watched. He loved it. He absolutely loved it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So I said, have you watched the movie, Alec? You know what he says to me? Not yet. Not yet? You're going to sit here and you're going to just blast me 50,000 times till Sunday. And you're going to tell me here that you didn't even watch the movie? And so you know what I did? I gave him what some people know as the look. I just gave him the stare. And he turned around and he walked out. That's Alec Baldwin in a nutshell. That and a guy who calls his own daughter on the voicemail, you fat pig. Who does that? Who does that? You don't like your daughter? Don't leave her a message. You're upset with your daughter? Talk to her like a gentleman. Talk to her like a real man. Don't call her a fat pig. My God, who does that? This guy's going to start tweeting against my president? Let me tell you. Once in a while, Baldwin circles around here. There will be a day. Mark my word. You'll be like, DML, don't do it. You'll never be president. There will be a day. Alec Baldwin's around. And I say something to him. And he'll say something back. And it won't be a war. It'd be over in 3 seconds. It'd be like, bing, bing, boom. Day over. I won't do it. I feel so bad for him. I'll just give him the look again. That's it. Guy. And you know what? They treat this guy like he's a god in Hollywood. Hollywood, NBC. Oh, it's Alec Baldwin. He's on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Donald Trump, I got you back. All times, all day, all everything. With the exception of Mitt Romney. End that now. Get him to do the VA. That's it. All right, so I wipe up the broadcast now with a few things. First and foremost, I apologize about losing my emotions before. I shouldn't have done that. I apologize. Didn't want to do that to you on a Sunday. I just get very upset with these poor men and women. You know, I mean, you'll also watch They Come to America 3. If you got the DVDs, you see I interview a woman dying, veteran, dying, because the VA treated her like crap. You know, men and women tossed aside like they're a spreadsheet that nobody wants to read, like they're just a number. You know, like somebody who's going to be on the other end of a bad voicemail. It's not the way it goes, man. You know, we'll throw parades because the New York Yankees or the Seattle Mariners or whatever football or baseball team, because they won the World Series, because a bunch of mega millionaires won a World Series or the Super Bowl or whatever. We'll have heroes welcomes. We'll stop streets, tie them down, go confetti all over the place. But guys come back from Afghanistan, Iraq, and Iran, won't even give them the treatment they deserve. This is all leadership. It comes from the top and goes right down. The leader of the country, like anything else in this world, right? The leader of the house sets the tone. You got rules for your kids, everything's good. The leader of the company, you set the tone, you make a good working atmosphere, everything falls into place. Leadership. Lack of leadership equals everything falls down. You got a president who won't salute a Marine when he gets off a helicopter because he won't put down his damn latte. That's what happens. Kids see this. People see this. You know, they don't put that on the news, right? No, you're a racist, you're a radical if you put that on the news. It's fake news. Yeah, instead they're just going to give you some BS what this piece of nothing is doing. Right. So what does that do? That sets a tone in the country. It sets a tone that says our veterans, our military is meaningless. It means nothing. It's less than a latte. That's what happens. So you got a president who won't salute a Marine, but he'll sit there and praise Beyonce and Black Lives Matter and illegal aliens. And that's why you got these kids burning down cities, because we're going to deport people who shouldn't be here. Why isn't anybody ripping down buildings because a man just died with maggots in his wound? You get it? You get me on the other side there, man? You get it? Do you? I hope you do. I hope you share it, despite the one or two curses words that go in. Because you know why? Life isn't perfect, and neither am I. And periodically, I'm going to rip one out. Let me tell you something. Here's the deal. You ready? You have my word. If you need me to hold the checkup, I'll hold the checkup to the phone. You go to DennisMichaelLynch.com today. You buy my DVDs. You get a free set. We don't make a lot of money off these things because we're getting the free sets, but we make a couple bucks. Every single dollar that I make for the rest of the day, not only am I going to take that money, but I'm going to triple it out of my own money, and I'm going to send a check. I don't know which place I'll donate to yet. It's going to be my choice, so please. Okay? And I'm going to send it to somebody in need at the VA. Somebody, a veteran, somewhere who's in need. I'm going to send it. I'm going to hold it up to you. I'm going to send it. So you know what? You buy 1,000 DVDs today, and we make $2,000. I'm going to throw in another $6,000. I'm sending $8,000 at a time when I need that money for the new platform. I don't care. Because you want to know why? I wouldn't have the platform. I wouldn't have the new media platform if that man in that VA hospital who has maggots in his body, I wouldn't have it if that man who killed himself in Tennessee because he wasn't giving it. I wouldn't have a new platform if those men didn't go out and fight for me and my freedom and my ability to be an entrepreneur and my ability to sit here on a phone and talk to you. Nobody gets that anymore. We need to bring that back. And yeah, I'm pissed off, and I'm going to grit my teeth, because that's sometimes what you got to do. That's real life. You want phony? You want me to be plastic and say, today there was a man who died at the VA with maggots in his body? I ain't going to do that. Go somewhere else. And I shouldn't be yelling at the 5,000 people who are still here, because you are the people who truly come in every single day religiously. You watch me spin, and you watch me do all the other different stuff, because you want to know why? Because every single word that I'm saying to you, you know you feel it and you've been wanting to say it. And that's why I love Donald J. Trump. Not a perfect man. Puts out stupid tweets. But I'm going to look the other way. Because for every stupid tweet he sends, he's putting out 10 that I love. First person who's perfect, stand up. Let me see who you are. Let me see who you are. Mr. and Mrs. Perfect. Mr. and Mrs. Real News. Real News. These people think they are. This country was built. This country was built on veterans, on real men, real women. People stood up for the right thing. Stood up with pride. Stood up with class. All these snowflakes floating around at schools. I need a safe space. I need a safe space. Yeah, you know what you need? You'd be begging and crying like a little puppy dog. Help me, help me, help me. And you know who would come to get you? Not Black Lives Matter. Not President Barack Hussein Obama. It'd be a veteran. It'd be a Marine. It'd be somebody from the Army, the Navy, the Air Force. It'd be a cop. It'd be me. It'd be these people on the other side. That's who, despite your stupidity. Tomorrow, we'll be sending you a lot of stuff. We're going to be sending you a lot of stuff tonight. You know, if you're not on the alert system, you better get on it. It's 40404. And you text follow at Real Dennis Lynch. You want to get rid of me? Just go off at Real Dennis Lynch. See you later. Hope you enjoy your life. I hope everything goes well. No hard feelings. Tomorrow we're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on this. We're going to try to figure it out. We're going to get it over. You may have to have a couple bumps in the road, but you'll be there. Hang in there. Tomorrow I'm also going to talk to you about Standing Rock. I was supposed to talk to you about Standing Rock today. I got tied up with this other stuff. Basically, the short form is Standing Rock right now. You know, they're supposed to leave tomorrow, but the word is nobody's going to be pushed out. Nobody's going to be violently touched or anything like that. Yes, there's still controversy. Yes, there's still animosity. But thankfully, it looks like nobody's going to get hurt. Nobody's going to get shot. Nobody's going to get killed over oil, over water. And maybe, we can come to some place where everybody can be happy. Maybe we don't. I have no idea. My magic ball only goes so far. All right, I'm at the main road. I don't want to get hit. Especially by an illegal alien. We're flooded with those here. Driving cars. No insurance, no license. Yeah, right. How long until the rule is if you're an illegal alien, you don't need those things. But if you're an American, you need those things. Oh, DML, that rule's already in place. Yeah, it's called Look the Other Way. Yeah, all right. Listen, God bless you. God bless our troops. God bless the United States of America. God bless our veterans. And God bless you for sticking on here. Enjoy your Sunday. Your buddy DML will see you tomorrow. And don't forget Alec Baldwin tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. Sneeze, 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 sneeze. Goodbye. An unfair, unsubstantiated assault on conservative journalism. They're putting names on lists, and then people who used to be reputable, even though they're liberal. I mean, the Washington Post used to be a reputable paper. Not anymore, man. Not anymore. They're putting out lists of people, you know, blaming them for fake this and fake that, crazy stuff. So you know what? I'm not going to allow them to stick our new name on a list before it's even launched. So I've put a lot of money, your money, my money, into the URLs, into incorporations, and start creating logos. Trust me, it's cool stuff. And when it's time to release, we'll release. But we're going to release it at the time we release everything. So this way, they can't play any games. Okay? All right, that's number one. Number two, let's get into business. We got almost 5,000 people, and it's time to get into it. Okay, first and foremost, Donald J. Trump, president-elect, goes on a Twitter storm this morning. A Twitter storm that gets the DML stamp of approval. Yep, the DML double stamp of approval, really, if you think about it. Why is that, DML? Because when he uses the Twitter as a weapon against liberals, when he uses it as a weapon against people who put out false information, not about him personally, But about what he's trying to do for the American people, I'm all for it. When he does it to hold accountable businesses, I'm all for it. When he comes with the silly stuff, I'm not for it. All right, I'll give you an example. What's silly, DML? Well, prior to the double stamp of approval, he did a whole... All right. Let's see. All right, we got 6. All right, listen, here's what I need. I just got one of these little microphones for the phone, and I need you to tell me whether or not you can hear me. So I'm looking for the comments. Say yeah. Somebody say yes, I can hear you, DML. Waiting for somebody. Say yes, we could hear you, DML. Can you hear me? Somebody say yes, we hear you. Come on, somebody say yes, we could hear you. Let them know you appreciate it. Okay, come on. Morning from Nebraska. Somebody say DML, we could hear you. I have a little microphone that I bought to try to cut down the wind. Nobody's still saying it to me. Come on. Okay, you're all there. That's great. Somebody say yes, DML, we could hear you. Please. Somebody say it. Maybe you don't hear it. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Jessica. What do you know? All right, give me a second so I can change my glove. Oh. All right, where are we? Hold on. Multitasking. Oh, my goodness. Ah, here we are. Okay. So I got this little microphone here, and I'm hoping that the microphone cuts down on the wind. So if it doesn't, if it still sounds windy, say, hey, DML, sounds windy. But I hear it. Okay, you hear me. Let me know if it's windy. If it's not windy, then I guess this thing is working well. And what do you know? Technology. I'll try to be funny. Well, actually, I don't try to be funny. It either comes out or it doesn't come out. But I got a sense that I'm not going to be funny today. I'll be very serious today. Although I'm always serious. But it's going to be hard to laugh about what I'm talking about here. Anyhow, so let me just give you a couple of things you need to know. Very important stuff. Very important. Very important. Starting tomorrow I'm actually going to do it with 2 hands. 2 phones. Because what we're going to do is we're going to start making the transfer over to YouTube, because the Facebook stuff is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The spinning, the I can't see you, Dennis, you're black, I can't hear you, all that stuff. We did a YouTube test yesterday morning. All right, you didn't miss anything. I was talking about stuff we already talked about on Friday. Did a YouTube test with the guys from Right Side Broadcasting. Perfect. The sound was a little off. That's why I got the microphone, because the wind was heavy. But it was perfect. Never cut out one time. No spinning, no nothing. So tomorrow, you'll come into Facebook Live like always, and we will be giving you the YouTube link where you could go. You're going to be able to comment, do all the things you do here, with the exception of there will be no aggravation. No aggravation, because yours truly will be with you full time, all the time, no interruptions, no cuts. You'll be able to hear the bells, you'll be able to hear the jokes, you'll be able to hear the news, you get all the information you need, cherish, and you got to share. Yep, I'm going to be expanding that audience, because the guys at Right Side Broadcasting, they got 250,000 people on their YouTube. So you take their 250,000, you take my 1.2 million on my Facebooks, we're going to start rocking and rolling. Now, another thing, just want to weigh in here before we start and letting the numbers build a little bit more. DML, did you come up with a name for the new media platform? Yes, I did. What is it, DML? I can't tell you. What? No, I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you why. Because right now, there is a absolute assault. Technology serves its purpose. All right, as always, you know, I'm sort of waiting for more people to jump on. Looks like we got an early start here, over 3,000 people. That's good. Kansas can heat you. Thank you, Gary. You could heat me? Because I need to be heated. It's cold. In fact, my zippers aren't working here. All right. Yes, we can hear you. As soon as the world, I will hear you. Not sure what that means, but good morning. Oh, struggling here with the gloves. Gloves were a gift. And so the hat. Maria, if you're watching, I found your hat you sent me. You guys keep on sending me gifts. It's Santa Claus Day every single day at my house at the post office. People at the post office look like, why do you keep on getting gifts? Because I got the greatest supporters in the world. That's why, Mr. and Mrs. Post Office. So anyhow, here's a gift from Maria. Okay, so let me tell you what I won't be doing today. I will not be jumping in the leaves and eating them. Somebody sent me an email last night and said, DML, hate to send this over to you, but the first thing that went through my mind was, had any dogs peed in those leaves? I was like, Just the thought alone, it was in my mouth. Oh, although it tasted pretty good, so I don't think it did. I might have missed that. Maybe they missed with the aim, you know? All right. Unfortunately, you know, all right, we're getting into the windy party, so you gotta tell me whether or not it's wind or not. All right, so what do we got here? Texas here. Hey, Texas. All right, I don't know. I think it's okay. All right, so a couple of things here before I dive into the juice. We got a lot of juice today. I may not be very funny today because I got a lot of disappointing things to report, and I'm not happy about them. It got me all upset. I'm upside down a little bit today. The thing about SNL, you know, he did that last night again, and he can't do that. And we're going to be talking about that later in the program when we do the personal story segment. We're going to talk about the war that he's creating with Alec Baldwin, a meaningless loser. Yeah, DML, boy, you're starting to do a lot of name-calling stuff. Yeah, you know what? The nice guy routine is over, man. Gloves are coming off, although they're really staying on. I'm going after everybody. I'm tired of it. They're going to play dirty games. You know what? Nice guys finished last in this game. No more nice guy, man. You screw around with my president, elect, guy I voted for, guy I championed for forever. You start coming after him with false BS, I'm going to rip you, man. I'm going to own you. You understand? Little cocky DML coming out right now. There is nobody, including the President of the United States, who could go toe-to-toe with me. You can't do it in a debate. You ain't ever going to do it with facts or figures. Nobody is going to be able to go toe-to-toe with me. All right? If they try, I'll wreck them. And you know it. I'm a walking encyclopedia. Got a lot of passion. I know my stuff, man. You're going to sit there and you're going to try to bang on my president? Ain't gonna happen. I will own you, and I will bring you down to your knees, and you'll beg for forgiveness. Please, DML, please. I'll say, no, I gave you a chance, and you didn't do it. You're banging on my president. Because he's trying to save American jobs? Who are you? What do you think you're doing? You Hollywood moron. Yeah, living in your gazillion-dollar house, and I'm all cool with that. Go out and you make a living, Mr. Baldwin, but we'll get to that. I'm getting revved up already. See, I told you I can't be funny today. I'm pissed off about a lot of stuff.